on the OUA champions, the Guelph Griffins. My name is Brian Kelly alongside former Canadian international MLR veteran Jamie McKenzie. Jamie, it's been a phenomenal tournament so far. We're 10 games in, 2 to go, and this is for all the marbles.
Exactly what you said there, Brian. Everything on the line, everything left to play for these two teams. Guelph looking to repeat with that bronze championship. Memorial looking to improve from last year's tournament, capture that bronze. It's been a great tournament so far, Brian. The bodies, though, they must be hurting. I was watching both of these teams warm up. They were definitely moving a little bit slower than day one. So let's see how that affects the game today.
3 games in 5 days for these student athletes. 60-minute matches, 2 30-minute halves, but still a war of attrition this week here at the Langley Event Center, Willoughby Community Park Stadium. This is the bronze medal match. Following this match will be the UVic Vikes taking on the UBC Thunderbirds for the gold medal here, and that's dropped early on. Mistake by Sam Newhook. He's had a phenomenal tournament, but the inside center drops ball early on, gifting it to Guelph early on. Here's Faust. It's been electric so far in this competition. The Griffins down the far side, getting past one, rumbling along. That's spilled forward. And knock on is the call, tippy-toeing down that far sideline.
Good start from Guelph there, working their way to the wing. Unfortunately, just knocking it on there. Brian, one change to Memorial's lineup that I'm really interested in seeing is Jack McCarthy. He's had an amazing tournament, usually playing on the wing. Today he's starting at 13. They'll probably be looking at getting him involved more early on throughout this game.
McCarthy was the man of the match in their opening victory against Ottawa. All over the pitch. Winger, as you say, Jamie, going looking for work, scoring tries, having a lot of fun out on the field. We'll see how he does wearing the center jersey this time.
All day.
Referee calms here.
Okay. Keep a height that you can maintain throughout the whole piece, please. And same again, as long as you stay square, I'm happy.
Referee for today's contest is Brad Schwalger. And on the touchlines, Will Nelson and Cole Pedrick. Phenomenal job by all of the match officials this week in Langley.
Bind. Sit.
James Clark from Memorial, second in the points race in this.
Okay, you've kicked the ball back in.
Week, but the Griffins winning the penalty on the 5-meter line.
Stay square, please.
The referee telling the Memorial front row to stay square. So that's a big win early on, Jamie, for the men from Ontario.
And we saw Memorial have some issues with their scrum against the Vikes last game. They were under constant pressure. I think throughout this game they'll be looking to use that channel 1 ball, get it in and out as quickly as possible.
Just stay there, please. Sex is good. Sec is good.
First start for Augustus Murphy at hooker.
Now, White.
He finds his mark. There's Curry. Into the midfield now, diving over. Does he get it down? But it's been knocked on. Here's an advantage now for Memorial. Advantage over. That's booted downfield by McCarthy, and the race is on. Good tackle there from McCarthy, the man who kicked it. So a missed opportunity for Guelph. Into contact, McKinney. There's a tackle by Mendoza. Hero pass on the outside, that's spilled forward. You can hear the wind and the referee's microphone. Beautiful conditions this week for rugby, but it is a bit windy and chilly here today. But all things considered, this is great weather for rugby.
I think that's going to be a common theme today, Brian. Those little mistakes, that last 1%, it's going to be huge. Guelph knocking on Memorial's door there. Spill the ball over the line. Next thing you know, attacking scrum from Memorial at their 10-meter.
Ball in the hands of Lucas Shortall. The Sweilers Rugby Club. He was player of the match
Fine.
in their loss to the UVic Vikes on Friday. That was a 47-19 loss. Started out strong, but the bench of the Vikes just proving too much for Memorial.
Let's reset.
Talented scrum half from Newfoundland, also representing the Atlantic Selects in recent years.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Here's Shortall. Picked at the back. Good rumble there from Goodyear.
No, play on. It's been stripped by you. Play.
Little show and go now from Finbar Brown. He needs to get down, and it's done. Here's Shortall.
Stay away from the 9. Thank you.
Parfrey. Little chip kick over the top. It's gathered up well by the Griffins, and a huge tackle coming in from McCarthy. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying his name a lot today. Parfrey's at the back.
Hold in front,
Veteran
hold in front, five.
Leader in Newfoundland rugby and Canadian rugby, just sends this one ball
Taken out.
back.
Black, keep coming. Wait to be put onside. Play on.
Here's Clark. High hanging kick into the midfield now. Getting up for that ball, but can't get it, are the Griffins. Looked like that was punched forward, referee saying play on. Here's a burst of speed up the midfield now. Here come the Griffins. Little stutter step. That's Thomas Dahlin.
Now release now.
Seahawks want this ball.
Here it is. Stay out, Black.
And
Stay out, Black.
they've poached it. So the line break from Dahlin, but not enough support
Use it.
for the speedy winger.
And good job by Memorial poaching that ball. Their defense was completely unorganized. If Guelph was able to secure that, they would have been off to the races.
Here's McCarthy. 1-on-2. Just held up by the ankles.
Leave now.
That ball is spilled forward by Mendoza. Pardon me, that was Macanza.
Hold in front, Black.
Griffin's kicking this ball downfield. Interesting kicking option. Here's a little grubber option now. Quick stutter step, one player to beat, and they've done it on this near side. Getting around the outside. That's Ince. He goes over the top now. The chase is on. There goes Joshua, his brother. That ball spilled backwards, booted forward once again. Well, and he's tackled without the ball. Who's going to get there first? Can he get it down? Try time for Joshua Ince, the man from Oakville, Ontario. It likely would have been a penalty try, Jamie, but the brother Ince combo.
What a combination there from the two brothers. Putting it on the foot, chasing infield, never giving up on the play. Alex Shortall there, holding on to number 12. That's Jacob Ince, but he still manages to get free, and we can see puts in that extra effort, makes his way, and dots it down over the line. That's 5 points for Guelph early on here.
Well, the referee hasn't made any indication of a card to Shortall for tackling the player without the ball, which potentially could have been an option.
And what a great series of phases. Both teams playing the kick battle, trying to find that space. Guelph coming up with the advantage down that short side, and Joshua Ince putting it on the foot, resulting in a early score here for the Griffins.
9. Just on the last play here. Just if he hasn't got the ball, you must let him go. Okay. They weren't going to score in any better position, but if they were to, you would be off. Understand?
Well, it was off the shot on your broadcast, but you could hear the referee having a word with Shortall, basically saying, let it slide this time, but can't tackle the player without the ball. Back underway now. Here's Parfrey hanging that one up. McCarthy just grabs it perfectly. He is all over the park, and there he is once again. He finds his flanker, Macanza. Well, that's about the 4th time he's done that this week. Ball out the back now. Parfrey finds McCarthy. No room to move on that one. Seahawks will have to gather this ball up. They've got a few players on this near side. Here's Mendoza from the Dogs Rugby Club. Parfrey once again, working this near side.
Leaf
Clark.
Black, you're on the body. No hands. Thank you. On the body.
Shortle. Finbar Brown. Real flat play here from the Seahawks. That's McCanza. Numbers on the far side. Wrapped up in the tackle is Newhook. McCanza once again. That's 3 carries in about 60 seconds. Real flat play from the Seahawks. Just simple stuff. Off 9, off 10, and a big dump tackle there
Good driving tackle.
by Adam Ford from Rockwood, Ontario. Out the back now. Guelph just shutting the door immediately. Owen Williams making that tackle with help from Kobe Faust. Parfrey tries to send this one on the grubber. Connor McKinney, he blocks that. Referee saying no knock on. There's Curry with the box kick over the top. That one bounces.
Hasn't been touched.
Under all sorts of pressure. Well, the referee said it wasn't touched, but Owen Sterling from Guelph saying, maybe it was.
Okay, thank you.
And Brian Memorial just running out of options there, so Parfrey looking to find that space in behind. You mentioned that flat attack. I'm wondering if that's just a result of the fatigue throughout this tournament. It's really hard to work back into that space. Players getting really tired as this tournament progresses.
Sloppy line out there from the Seahawks. Now, here's the ball in the hands of Jacob Ince. He's through the middle, gets an offload away to Kobe Faust, but not to hands. They have to dive on that ball quickly. Here's Curry. Owen Sterling. Curry goes himself. He's wrapped up by Mendoza. Little snipe there from
Leave the ball now, no.
Daniel Luciani.
Not in a clear position to lift.
Here's Joshua Henry. Down that far
He's off the
side.
ball. He's not on the ball.
Sterling into contact now. Here's Black. Out the back. Faust. Great option there. A little grubber kick. How's this going to bounce? Straight into the hands there of McKinney. He's over the 22.
No hands now.
That's just a veteran play from Kobe Faust. Big tackle off the ball there from Alexander Wiscombe on Seth Powell. Powell slow to get up, the tight head for Guelph. Out the back,
timing.
options now here for Guelph. Big hit on Williams, but he still manages to break the
Leave it
gain
now,
line.
too.
Power is
Thank you.
there trying to poach the ball. Here's Faust. Scored the game-winning try to silence the Trinity Western University faithful on
no,
Wednesday
no.
night and open the scoring against UBC with
And
another
release.
sensational try. 11 appearances in Major League Rugby with the Toronto Arrows, experience with Canada's age grade programs as well.
Stay there.
Close to double-digit phases here for Guelph.
Thank you. Stay there, guys.
Here's Curry once again, finds the big number 8 Williams.
Play on.
That ball spills out,
No,
bit
play on.
awkwardly. It's gathered on the bootstraps. Luciano, he passes that one out. Big tackle by McCanza. And it's been won by Memorial. So both teams, Jamie, showing some solid defense in double digits.
Yeah, Guelph very patient on attack there. Like you said, building the phases. Memorial's defense bending, not breaking, getting an opportunity in their own end to go for that poach. I thought both teams have been a little bit slow to start, but the physicality starting to pick up as we get on here.
I'm going to get him in. Thank you. I'll get you guys set first.
Memorial's first
That's on
choice hooker,
That's on I need
Madiwa
someone-
Makanza,
someone needs to
was
sit
hurt
first.
in the victory on Wednesday night against
And then
Ottawa and missed the game on Friday, but he's back on the roster this week, or this match here today. We'll see if that impressive number
Use it
2
now,
gets
Nine.
back on the pitch here soon. He's had a phenomenal game on Wednesday in that victory. Finbar Brown into contact. Little grubber option. That's the third or fourth time we've seen that. "14 minutes gone here, just that first try from Joshua Ince.
Memorial trying to go quickly on the line out, but the ref calls it back. Another opportunity here.
Taken at the top by Seamus Goodyear, national champion in 2023, the Canadian Rugby Championship with the Newfoundland Rock. Slow ball here for Memorial. This one's spun out by Mallard. Parfrey now, out the back. Numbers on this side, shoveled sideways. Can't get a handle on it there is Jared Gavin. Gavin had one try on Wednesday. A couple of big collisions for that man as well.
And again, Memorial just playing very flat, not a lot of options out the back. Guelph, very easy for them to read that in defense.
Shoelace. Perfect. If that's how you would like it. Yeah, much better from
Great
you guys than that
opportunity
last
for
time.
Guelph to establish that scrum dominance. We saw it when Memorial had the ball.
Okay, time's
I'm sure forward set piece coach Tom Van Horn will be instructing his men to keep that ball in, scrum for the
Crouch.
penalty, and play with the advantage.
bind. Sit. Use now. Okay, use it or reset, please. Thank
There's
you.
Curry. Out the back. Gathered up nicely by Ince.
Move out. Thank you.
Through the hands to the far side. Over the halfway line.
Working midfield.
There's Sterling. He's a big unit. Black. Through the hands. Here's Faust.
Or backwards.
Backwards is the call. McCarthy trying to steal it. Smash up there by Augustus Murphy. And a huge hit by McKenza. And the Seahawks have won it. Not releasing is the call. What a tackle there from Moeta McKenza.
And he's been putting in those tournaments, or those hits all tournament. Not your typical sized back row, but probably plays twice his size. He's got a big heart, and he's been absolutely smashing guys all week.
If you're just joining us, this is the bronze medal match of the 2023 Raymond James Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. Guelph Griffins leading 7-0 with an early try from Josh Ince. After this match at 5 o'clock local time, UBC versus UVic in the championship final. Truly has been a great week of rugby here in Langley, British Columbia. Here's James Clark, has the distance, but misses on the aim. Flag stayed down, score still 7-0 for the Griffins.
And Clark's been pretty much automatic off the tee this tournament. Rare miss from him. He had the distance, just pushes it slightly to the right.
Here's Thomas Dahlan, the Oakville Crusaders Rugby Club, a club you know well, Jamie, I assume?
I do very well, Brian.
Here's Campbell. Two players bring him down. That one's booted forward now by Kobe Faust. Pat Parfrey's the first one to get there. He elects to run it. Finds his big inside center, Sam Newhook, into contact. Here's Shortall. to Goodyear. McCarthy thinks about sniping hard up into the defensive line. That's Evan McKenzie, med student from Sweilers Rugby Club. Big tackle. That's Goodyear once again. Trying to find McCarthy. Thinks it was tackled without the ball, but the referee allowing it to play on with a scrum advantage here for the Griffins. That's Murphy. Plays for the Squamish Axemen. Through the hands now. Here's Joshua Henry. 2-on-1 on this outside. Here's the pace man on the outside. He will get past him. That's Josh Ince. Well, that's the second try for Josh Ince in this opening half. And Jamie, turnover ball on the far side. Through the hands, simple as you like it.
Yeah, Guelph playing with some urgency there to get it to the wide channels. They're a very dangerous team in that transition attack. We saw them running a lot of different options there, able to find Joshua Ince, who goes in for his second of the day. 10 minutes left to go in this half. Memorial down 12-0.
Josh Ince has battled injury over the last couple years during his time at Guelph. Happy to be back representing his university alongside his brother. Scoring tries here in the bronze medal final. You love to see it.
I think we must be breaking records for the number of brother pairs at this tournament, Brian.
Absolutely. Thomas Dahlin. Through the uprights, extra 2 is good. 14-0 is the scoreline.
I think if Memorial are going to try to get back in this game, they have to show more urgency at the breakdown. They really need to extend that leg drive. What we say, tackle tacklers, clear those guys out, and Shortall's got to do a better job of picking up the pace and getting it to those danger men like Jack McCarthy.
We'll just move on.
Here's Parfrey. Gathered up nicely by the fullback, Josh Henry. To Dahlin. He's tackled by Parfrey. Murphy out the back, brilliant ball in the midfield now. Here goes the big man Sterling. He's got players on either side of him. He finds Corey and a huge tackle there by Macanza, the flanker. He's everywhere. And he's poached the ball.
What an incredible effort by Macanza to get back, chase down Curry, who thought he was in. Amazing job, and gets the turnover. Huge momentum shift for Memorial. We can see those flags on the far side. Slight breeze. I think it's coming from right to left on your screens. Memorial playing with the advantage with the wind at their backs right now.
Here comes Memorial now. Shortall has to hurry to get to that ball. That's McKenzie into contact. There's Macanza. He's wrapped up hard. Well, you see the fatigue on the forwards of the Seahawks. Not a lot of changes on their roster. And all three matches pretty similar starting 15. That's exhausting stuff, playing 3 games in 5 days. Here's Shortall. He's tackled by the try scorer Ince. Parfrey steps into the 9 position. Here's Wiscombe. He breaks the gain line. Bouncing off one tackle there is Sam Newhook. Here's Mallard. Civil engineering student, also from the Sweilers Rugby Club. And it's been won by Guelph, Jamie.
Another good defensive stand. We've seen that a couple times already today. And Brian, we've touched several times on the physical fatigue, but in a tournament like this, the mental fatigue as well. You're reviewing, previewing in between games. You've only got that one day off. You've got a chance to get out on the field in between games, try to fix anything from the game before, bring in new attacking options based on who you're playing. So really, these players are dealing with everything.
Blood sub here for the Griffins. Stepping off the field now. Can't go ahead and get a number on who it is. Getting a bit of medical attention. So stepping on the pitch now is Jack Morris. And that's Jacob Ince, the inside center. He's off to get a bit of treatment. Here's Augustus Murphy. To the back. Gathered up brilliantly there by Sterling. Good hard running line there from the open side flanker McKinney, but it's been spilled forward.
Good attacking options from Guelph. We just talked about the review and preview aspects of this tournament. Clearly, Coach Corey Hector has probably identified a disconnect between the line-out options and the backs playing defense there. Kobe Faust coming on that hard line, and then McKinney as well, that second phase, trying to do the exact same thing.
Under 5 to play in the opening half here. 14-0 is the lead. 2 tries from Josh Ince.
A lot of space on this far right side for Shortall to work with. He's got Clark and McCarthy out that way.
Goodyear can't get a handle on that ball. And a huge shove by the Griffins forwards. Delela, Murphy, and Powell with a huge shove from that front row.
And we talk about these different set piece options, but your first job, win the ball. Guelph doing an outstanding job of putting Memorial under pressure at the scrum.
Parfrey tries to keep the ball in, but unsuccessful. 2019 Rugby World Cup veteran, 20-plus caps for the national team, as well as a few on the formerly known as HSBC World Rugby 7 series.
And it looks like Parfrey is actually covering the backfield on defense here. Probably picked up a couple knocks throughout these games. Actually shook his hand before the game, and it looked like a catcher's mitt. It was so swollen. Looks like he's holding on to it right now too. So tactical option to keep him back there and avoid some of that physical abuse.
Send a big congratulations to Canada's men's national team. Big victory yesterday over Brazil, over in Spain to close out 2023. Nice to see the fellas get a victory to end off an up and down year.
And Lucas Rumble, he recently got his 50th cap and he scores the hat trick against Brazil.
This tournament here, the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship, is all about developing the next generation of athletes that'll go on to play for the national team, play in Major League Rugby. This has been a great competition to get the best of each region together in one location, providing high quality opportunities to continue growing the depth pool that we have for Canada, Jamie.
Yeah, it's so important, Brian, keeping that player pool nice and big, funneling them through the different pathways. We've got the Pride, the Toronto Arrows Academy, Jamie Cudmore here, keeping an eye on the guys, potential future signings maybe in the mix.
That ball's been won by the Seahawks. Taking it into contact is Shortall. Well, I thought we were going to see a box kick there from Parfrey. I'm sure he has that in his bag of tricks. Holding it up there is Connor McKinney. Into contact now.
Guelph seeing the kick coming, starting to drop guys in the backfield, so it's a great attacking option for them.
Here's Henry. Numbers on the far side. Skip pass. That's into contact. Here's Murphy now. He's wrapped up by Newhook. Black to Kobe Faust. He goes himself. Another 2-on-1 on this side. Going with it himself. He's finally wrapped up is McKinney. Well, he had a man outside of him. Here's Augustus Murphy. He's rumbling. Less than 5 meters to go now. Through the hands. Simple hands will do. To the number 8. One player with him. That's Dolan. Try time. Well, Owen Williams had to take a bit of contact there, but he got the offload to Dolan. Third try for Guelph.
James Clark almost getting across and saving that try. Just falls a little bit short. Good job by Guelph there. They're just going through their options. And one player I've been impressed with, Ewan Curry. He's doing his job. He's getting from breakdown to breakdown, looking at his options before he actually gets there, so he's moving the ball quickly and allowing Guelph to have a great attacking platform.
Fifth-year student from Toronto, Ontario, formerly with the Balmy Beach Rugby Club. It's not the flashiest 9 we have in this competition, but it's certainly a good work ethic and does the little things right and good speed of play.
And as a 10, that's what you love from your 9, someone that gets there, moves the ball quickly. I actually had a chance to work with Curry a little bit this summer at the Balmy Beach, putting him through some paces, and his commitment to it, to improving every day, has been immense, and it's showing here today.
Here's the try scorer, Thomas Dolan. Sideline conversion attempt. Well, he's used the pitching wedge on that one, got a little bit too much height under it. Flags stay down. Score now 19-0 in favor of the OUA champions from Guelph. Well, you can't see it on your screen right now, but on the near side, I'm assuming McCarthy's going to go up for this and try and get another stolen ball. And yes, he does. I called it. Right into the hands of McCarthy. He's breaking tackles left, right, and center. He spins out of another one. I need to go buy a lottery ticket. That's Mendoza. Parfrey through the hands, trying to get to the last man. That's Jared Gavin, but I think he was thinking about a switch. Miscommunication there with the fullback, James Clark. But how about McCarthy, Jamie? He is everywhere.
He's probably been my favorite player of the tournament to watch. He pops up everywhere. I think I've only seen about 1 or 2 guys take him down on the first attempt. And having a guy with a toolbox like that, right in the air, great on counterattack, in and around the fringes of the breakdown, he's been very impressive.
Gathered up nicely there by McKenza. Here's Finbar Brown. Offload to Shortall. Hard running line there, just a meter or 2 shy. He's rolled over once. He's reaching out, trying to get it. Memorial can go through the hands here. Would love to get some points on the board before halftime, but it's been knocked on. Heartbreaking stuff for the men from Newfoundland. What a running line there from Simba Mendoza. And that's halftime. Heartbreaking stuff, Jamie.
Oh, that's absolutely crushing for Memorial University there. The last couple minutes of the first half, it would have been huge if they could get that score, take some momentum into the second half, potentially come quick out of the gates and find themselves back in this game. But Guelph fortunate there to escape the half with a clean sheet.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for kickoff of the second half. This is the 2023 Raymond James Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship from Langley, BC. Stay tuned. 30 minutes left in the bronze medal final of the 2023 Raymond James Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. It was one-way traffic for the first 29 minutes and 58 seconds, Jamie. But the Seahawks pushed right till the end there. Mendoza couldn't get it down, stopped short, and knocked on about 1 meter from the try line.
Yeah, they actually had numbers out wide too. If they just put it through the hands, I think they would have been in for 5. Instead, score stays 19-0. Guelph carrying the lead into the second half.
There's Curry out the back now. Running opportunity here. Faust through the hands. Here's Henry into contact. Not a lot of changes for either of these teams going into the second half, which is interesting considering it's the third game in 5 days. Dahlen, little fake kick. Good burst of speed here now for the try score from the first half. Beautiful hero pass now to Sterling. He finds Faust, steps hard off his right. He gets brought down by Shortall. Front foot ball here for Guelph. There's Augustus Murphy. Just outside the 22. Through the hands. That should do it. Here's Oust. Around the corner, back inside ball. This is try time. That's a sensational offload. And I think that was Jacob Ince touching it down.
Yes, it was, Brian. The brothers back at it again. Joshua down the wing, finds his brother with the offload inside. He's able to get over the line for 5, extending this Guelph lead by 24 points. Not the start Memorial wanted. You can see some really tired bodies out there right now. Memorial already operating with a short squad too. Guelph looking like they've got a bit more energy right now.
It's been all backs here for the Griffins. Tries from Dahlen, Jacob Ince, and 2 from brother Josh. And you got to think the bench is going to start loading on here pretty soon. And that's coming on the pitch now is Gordon Hutchinson.
Brian, you mentioned the backs being a lot more involved. I think that's where Guelph fell a little bit short against UBC. They got into that tough matchup out front. They weren't able to spread the field, move the ball around, and create those opportunities for these danger guys in the wide channels.
Dahlen's conversion attempt off the mark. 24-0 is the scoreline now. Parfrey hangs this one up once again for McCarthy. Tries to get his hands on it. Looked like he was pushed a little bit. Kind of off balance going into that attempt. There's Murphy. Here's Black. Through the hands now. Henry. He's got Dahlen on this side. Stutter step gets past one. He's brought down by Gavin. That's Hutchison into contact. Trying to steal that ball was McCanza. Good kick downfield now. That one sits up a bit awkwardly. Here's Clark. Shortall. Charles Walsh. Good territory gain from Guelph. There's Power. Parfrey now. Finds Mendoza, who had that fantastic run to end the first half. Parfrey, little stutter step past one. Thinks about passing on this near side, and he gets into contact. Gains a couple meters, but now their main kicking option is at the bottom of the breakdown. Shortall not able to kick that ball downfield. Tackle coming in well there by Delela. There's McKenza. Huge clean out by Power. Sends his guy flying. Parfrey trying to reorganize. The kick chase. He sends this one well over the halfway. There's Black. Henry. He gets past one. Finally wrapped up by Mallard. Good quick ball there by Curry. Out the back, here's Black. He finds Ford. Good distribution from Black once again. That's McKinney. There's Hutchison. Through the hands once again. Here's Kobe Faust. Hits it with a burst of speed. He gets past the first defender. Flick ball to his scrum half. Can he get it down? Yes, he does. That's Ewan Curry. Well, Kobe Faust setting him up brilliantly there, Jamie.
Lovely stuff from the outside center. That little flick back inside. Almost just gifting his 9-5 points. Lovely stuff from them. But Brian, that all stemmed from Munn's exit. They're really slow to organize that kick, and that's giving Guelph a ton of time to drop backs into the backfield, counter attack, and then look to those wide channels to find some space.
One of the Memorial players down, receiving some medical attention. I think that might be Seamus Goodyear. Number 8 tried to make that last-ditch tackle on Ewan Curry. He seems to be getting up okay. Extra 2 is, well, they're gonna have to take this kick again. I think the time was off because of the injury and the player was still on the field to play. So they're gonna restart the clock and give Dahlin another crack at it.
And we mentioned Ewan Curry earlier in the game, doing a great job running those supporting lines. You'll often see nines chasing on the other side of the D, trying to get that advantage, running smarter lines, doing less work, and he capitalized on it that time. And tall order for Munn to come back here. Guelph has the wind at their backs. Munn down 31 points. Still some time left in this game, but I think that win might be too much to contend with, and the Guelph backs looking very dangerous.
McCarthy going up for it once again. Spilled forward there by the Guelph players. Now Memorial on the attack. That's picked up by Shortall. Brown. He finds his second row partner, McKenzie. Parfrey switch ball now to Newhook. McKenza, the work rate of that young man is impressive. He seems to be all over the park, but that one spilled forward. Here's Faust. He goes himself. Here's Kobe Faust, the captain of Guelph. He breaks the line. That offload was clearly forward. Here's Parfrey. Gavin into contact. Parfrey, numbers on the far side, picked up well by James Clark, the fullback. He's been impressive himself. That ball is spilled backwards, bobbled, but then going backwards. It's Wiscombe. Working the blind side. McCarthy trying to find the last man, Power. The ball going into touch. So 38 and a half gone here, Jamie. The Seahawks still showing some exciting signs of life.
Yeah, taking advantage of those transition attacking opportunities. McKenza down this far side, absolutely smashing that breakdown, allowing Memorial to hold on to that ball. That time McCarthy's skills just letting him down on that far side. And Guelph now with the line out as they are also making a change. It looks like Henry's coming off. Might have picked up a bit of a knock there. I think if you're Guelph in this situation, you're up 31 points, wind at your back. I know their attacking mindset. They'll be looking to be running this out. They like to play rugby, trying to get some exciting options in. You've got Brendan Black pulling the strings at 10, Kobe Faust at 13. Wouldn't be surprised if they have a go.
Sloppy line out there. Possession still in the hands of Guelph. Ball's up in the air. That's shades of Mike James 2003 Rugby World Cup being lifted up and waving to the crowd there. Here comes another sub here from Memorial. John Stanley Cook on the pitch, as well as Evan Martin. And for Guelph, we have Oliver Alpe, Mississauga, Ontario.
Just over 20 minutes to go here. If Munn's going to get back into the game, they have to win this scrum, get it out to the backs, and see what they can do.
Ewan Curry stepping off the pitch. He's had a very strong 39 minutes for his university.
And Cook slotting in at 12 now. Newhook goes to 13, and McCarthy back on the wing. Probably his favorite spot to play as he has more freedom to roam around the rucks, pop up wherever he's needed. He's been doing such a great job of that.
At the back now, but it's been won by Guelph. Here's Black. Good tackle, fresh on the pitch there. John Stanley Cook. And it's been won by the Seahawks. Jack Morris getting into it a little bit. Pardon me, that's Benjamin Clack getting into it. And from the Brantford Harlequins in Whitby, Ontario.
Guelph with a series of changes going on here. Substitutions coming off the bench early on in this second half. 20 minutes still to go, and they're bringing on fresh legs early.
Well taken there by Evan McKenzie. Trying to set the drive, but that one gets collapsed. Here's Shortle. Finds Cook. Parfrey has to step in and secure that ball. Counter ruck coming in well there by the Griffins, but the penalty comes back to the Seahawks.
We keep touching on it, Brian. That ruck speed of Munn. They've got to pick it up. Somebody's got to be there. Even if Shortall's not there, anybody that's next to the breakdown has to be there, has to move it to give Munn a chance to play some attacking rugby and try to work themselves back into this game.
Late tackle on the 9 is the penalty. Here comes the drive again.
Some more. Ball's at the front there. And now it's tackle.
That's Martin. Here's Mallard. I think he spilled it forward. And it's been won by Guelph. Here's Alpe. Just touches the ball down, and we'll have a goal line dropout.
Similar to the end of that first half. Looks like Mallard was just stripped as he was getting over the line. Alpe had a quick thought to try to run it out. Instead, touches it down. Guelph will have a goal line restart here. Munn really needs to pick it up if they want to get back into this. Great attacking opportunity here. They've got several backs deep. they'll be looking for some space, maybe move it to the midfield and back down the short side.
Here's McCarthy. He's going to have a rumble himself. He takes on 2 Griffins and bounces out of it. He's still going. Impressive stuff from the winger on that far side. Advantage here for Memorial.
Time's off. On the ground is what you're all over. Thank you. Okay. Captain, time's off. Okay. Look, I feel like I'm all over the ball there. You're completely off feet to start with. You're not supporting your body weight, and then you're scooping. Okay? We've already had 3 penalties now. Yeah. Different things. Yeah. We need better discipline now in our 22. Have a word with the guys.
Well, pretty clear there from Brad Schwager. 3 back-to-back-to-back penalties. Could be dipping into the pocket here if there's another one from the Griffins. This is good possession and territory here for the Seahawks. Well, that's a quick hurry-up line out there. Mallard just swats it back. Still in possession.
Leave now, thank you.
It's Brown. McKenzie. He scampers for a couple of low yards where the ball is spilled. Here's McKenzie.
And release. You're driving.
Mallard. He's held 2 shy. Parfrey. And he's got it down. That's McCarthy. Well, he had some awkward body positioning getting that ball down, but nevertheless, it's a 5-pointer, Jamie.
Going straight down.
Really good job for him to actually have that ball in his right hand. Almost looked like his entire body was out of bounds, but he was able to dot it down. Good little pass from Parfrey, just drawing that last defender, giving McCarthy a little bit of extra time to make that effort. We can see him diving awkwardly. Memorial will be happy to be on the board there, but they'll be playing out from their own end into the wind. Still tons of work to do.
3rd try of the week there for Jack McCarthy. He has been excellent and will be putting his hand up pretty clear and obvious for that first team All-Star, which will be announced after the tournament, I believe. Coming on the pitch now for Memorial. That conversion attempt is unsuccessful. James Noftel, also from the Swilers. Finbar Brown stepping off the pitch.
Swiler's very well represented on this Memorial team. What an opportunity for them to get valuable experience playing together and then transitioning into this university rugby to show what they can do.
High hanging kick, getting under it there. But it's been gathered up nicely by Jack Morris. Tip ball. Augustus Murphy into contact. Snipe down this near side, Alpi. He's gathered by Shortle, and here comes Parfrey. He goes to the boot, he boots this one downfield, and the chase is on. Who's gonna get there first?
Inside.
Ty Easton, he gathers it up. Smart play there from Parfrey. There's Kobe Faust doing it all himself. He's taken down by McKenzie.
On the body. Stay. Hang on.
Kick downfield now. Getting under this one is Shortle. He sends it to the other side. Clark. He's got 2 players with him. He finds the danger man, McCarthy. He's got 1 to beat. Little stutter step. He gets past 1, stops, cuts back inside. Held by his ankles. He finds his scrum half. That's Shortle. He's tackled well by Sterling. Sterling's having a great game. Here's Shortle.
Leave now, Black.
Quick snipe at the fringes. Wiscombe in the midfield for Evan Martin.
Tackle!
Parfrey now to McKenzie.
Leave it now, Black.
Mallard. He tries to find his man over the top, but it's been intercepted and the race is on. This could be another try for Guelph, and it will be. That's Jack Morris snatching that ball out of thin air.
Please move on, fellas. Separate.
Don't get hurt so quick.
Separate. Move on.
Well, Morris catching the ball from Mallard, who's had quite a performance from the loose head prop.
Parfrey with one interception one way, Morris with one the other way. He's actually able to finish that one off. It's been the difference of the game, Guelph's ability to finish all their opportunities. Memorial's been finding their way into Guelph's territory. They get close to that line, but every time so far, except for one occasion, they just fall short.
100% understand.
Here's the conversion attempt. Straight through the uprights from Alpi.
Captain, really quick.
The economics student from Mississauga, Ontario.
After the whistle. I'll deal with them. Have a word. Thank you.
And only in second year, we'll be seeing him, I'm sure, plenty in future tournaments. Very good player, young, up and coming, good skill set, and dangerous around those fringes.
Time's on, whenever you're ready.
Parfrey gets us back underway. No chase this time from McCarthy.
Leave the ball now, Whites. Thank you.
There's Alpi. Little short tip ball. Some of the Memorial players thinking it was forward, but it's good burst of speed there. Tackle coming in from Parfrey. Quick ball from Alpi. Through the hands. Sterling.
Completely after the play. He's not even involved in this breakdown. You're tackling him well beyond.
Well, a tackle unnecessarily against Guelph, Jamie, and that's just an unforced error.
Captain, we spoke about this.
Guelph with all the momentum. Huge break, middle of the field. Opportunity to finish it off. Unfortunately, shooting themselves in the foot, taking a silly penalty, and now Memorial on the attacking front foot.
I believe that's what we in the business call a coach's killer.
That's good space. Right there for you.
But you can still see Guelph's intention to play rugby. They want to play with the ball in hand, move it around. We've got those runners off 10, forwards with the tip balls, and it's working for them so far.
Martin, he's into contact. Now it's Noftel. Working back on this near side. Backwards is the call. Macanza. No let up in his work rate. Impressive blindside flanker. Here's McCarthy. Challenging the defensive line.
Thank you.
Faust trying to poach that ball unsuccessfully. Completely flat offensive line here, but they managed to break free. Here's Macanza trying to recycle this ball quickly. Shortall to Parfrey. To the ground. This is a great rolling option. Oh, he was there. That's Charles Walsh. That was a great option from Parfrey, but just into touch.
And we keep seeing that flat attacking structure from Memorial. You typically will play more flat when you are on the front foot, when you're pressuring that D. Memorial somehow making that work. Parfrey putting it into the corner, but ball just bouncing out, not able to gather that one in.
Here's Murphy to the back.
Okay. Completely legal. Completely legal.
Alpi. To Sterling.
Okay, move on.
Here's Dolan.
Hold there, please.
He sends this one downfield. Parfrey's under it. Thinks about it. A little stutter step himself. He's held, finally brought down, gives plenty of opportunities for his forwards to get back.
Move. Thank you. Thank you.
Out the back now from Noftel. Here's Newhook. Power. He finds his man McKenzie. Little short tip ball. Back inside. That's brilliant stuff from McCarthy. That's a sensational try from the Seahawks. Oh, baby, that's nice. Lucas Shortall. George Gregan back inside ball to McCarthy. Well, I could watch that all day, Jamie.
As a scrum half, you absolutely love to see it. As soon as Shortall threw that ball inside to McCarthy, he actually already started his run back to half. He was that confident in it. McCarthy finishing every opportunity he's got. He could be putting his hand up for first team All-Star here, perhaps potentially player of the tournament.
Well, this is a big loss. You see on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there, talismanic leader Pat Parfrey off the pitch. 32-year-old veteran of the national team. He is off what looks like an injury.
30 seconds to do the kick,
So they'll have to have someone else step up to the fly half position.
And I know Parfrey came into this game pretty banged up, having a chance to quickly talk to the coaches beforehand, mentioning that they were going to see how he actually progressed through warm-up. Weren't even sure if he was going to start the game.
Here's Shortall.
Hold in front, White. Thank you.
Plenty of time to just send that one downfield. Under 7 minutes to play here. Much better second half here from Memorial.
That's your space.
And that's one thing I've loved about watching this Memorial team all week. The amount of heart that these guys show, their character, no quit in this team, down by a substantial score, 7 minutes left in the game, and they're still going for it.
Here's Murphy to the back. Alpi. Good tackle from McKenzie. I think there's 3 of him on the field right now.
Move
Murphy
Whites.
into
Thank you.
contact.
Play on.
Referee says play on that one. Sterling.
Off Whites now. Leave.
I'd love to see Sterling take his scrum cap off. He has a world-class mullet on the field right now. Advantage here for the Seahawks. Just kick downfield. The chase is on. McCarthy gets there first.
And Brian, this is where Guelph is very dangerous when things are unorganized.
5 bodies on this open side here if they can go through the hands. Here's Faust. Going to the boot, sends this one deep. Does it stay in? And it does perfectly. Almost a 50-22.
Great option from the 13, Kobe Faust. Griffin's actually moving that ball towards the sideline, forcing Memorial's D to come up, bring that fullback across, and then they actually do a really good job turning the entire Memorial team. That's very demoralizing.
It's gone past 15, right?
It's Ince into contact. He's got 1 try today. Under 5 to play, and that's a penalty to the Seahawks.
White, you want to substitute now? Time's up. Substitute White.
Sebastian
Number
Cook
9.
on the pitch now. Stepping off will be Lucas Shortall. Had a brilliant game in the number 9 position.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Nice catch from the fan in the crowd in the top right of your screen there.
When you're ready.
Great set of
Make it
skills.
clear. Thank you.
Power over the top. It's gathered up nicely by McKenzie. It's Noftel over the halfway line. Well, pass not on the mark. Evan Martin can't get a handle on it.
And release tackler.
Spilled forward off the shoulder. Advantage now here for the
Scrum
Griffins.
advantage only.
Under 4 minutes to play. There's Black. Going for the
Advantage, so he's kicked away.
chip option. Advantage is over. Gathered up into contact there is Logan Burt. He's tackled by Ince. There's Whiteway.
Okay, lost now.
Liam Whiteway on the pitch now, the Bachelor of Engineering student stepping into the scrum half position. James
Move
Clark in at fly half for the injured Pat Parfrey. That ball is spilled forward. Now in the hands of McKenza. Referee saying play on. Here's McKenza. He throws his man down off his left foot, off his right, and he's finally brought down. Here's Seamus Goodyear. Quick ball now. Whiteway.
Tackles clearly.
There's Carter Norman.
Stay, guys.
Evan Martin now.
And release now, tackler.
Slow ball here for the Seahawks. That's Power.
Move. Hold there, please.
McKenza goes himself.
It's all stripped backwards. Play on.
Who's got their hands on this ball? Still the Seahawks. There's Whiteway. Clark. John
No hands,
Stanley
Black.
Cook. But it's been stolen by the Griffins. We're going to come back to a penalty.
Feet. Off feet first. Not a clear position to lift.
2 minutes to play here.
What a run by McKenza. We've
Arms
been
around
saying
the
his
ground,
name all day.
It's scooping
He
back.
plays like a man twice his
Still up.
size. Huge fend. Fights on the ground for that extra bit of step. Pops the ball up, keeps the attack alive. And Memorial finding themselves on Guelph's 5-meter line, knocking on the door.
However, it's been stolen in the line out now. Here's Alpi trying to dig this ball out. Through the hands. Here's Faust to this near side. Plenty of real estate down this near touchline if they can get around. Good offload here. That's taken into contact. Or sorry, Black offloads once again. Kobe Faust. He tries to get his hands on it, but it's stolen by James Noftel. Here's Whiteway down this near side. Cook into contact. Counter ruck is good from Guelph. That's Ince. Finds Faust. Goes for a little grubber kick. I don't think he got all of that. Wanted that one to roll a little bit further and get the chase on. So we'll have time for one last play here, Jamie.
Jacob Ince, he's been putting in the hard yards. He's done a lot of the work that a lot of people don't want to do. Don't always get the glamour for it, but you can see it on his face. He's all bloodied up. Yeah, he's had a great shift
Not
today.
now.
That's Datima into contact.
No hands now. Thank you.
Out the back. Here's McCarthy, the danger man. He gets past one. Offloads on the far side. Wrap tackle just inside the touch line. Here's Whiteway. That's Carter Norman. Newhook. Evan Martin. He's into contact. No time left on the clock here. Clark goes himself. He's tackled by Augustus Murphy, who's had a brilliant game in the number 2 jersey. Speaking of brilliant game, there's McKenza as well. Evan Martin. Just shoveling the ball sideways. That's Sebastian Cook.
Leave him now. Thank you.
Whiteway. There's Carter Norman. Good rumble from the big man. Evan Martin. New hook. Cook.
Strip out, that's forward.
Over the top.
It's been stripped forward.
That's Logan
Right
Burt. New hook. He's
Let it
tackled
come
well
now.
by Faust. Whiteway to Makanza.
It's just a knock-on advantage.
Tackled by Gordon
Advantage is
Hutchinson.
over.
Advantage is over.
Forward.
And there you have it. The Guelph Griffins picking up their second consecutive bronze medal in the Raymond James Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. And Jamie, clear favorites and dominant performance there. But although I do have to say, we have to hand it to Memorial Seahawks. No quit in their 60 minutes.
What a great tournament for them. Best finish at Nationals so far. Getting that 4th place. Guelph doing a great job defending that bronze medal for a 2nd year in a row. It was a good battle, some excellent bits of rugby. Still a few errors, but overall, good performances by both teams. You can't question Memorial's commitment, their heart, their character. It's been evident all week. And Guelph just too dominant, too decisive in the backs, putting in a lot of points today.
Well, you can't forget that Memorial did not have a men's rugby program for 24 years. And it came back in 2021. And since then, they've been in this Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship, and their performances just keep getting better and better. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to the Guelph Griffins picking up another bronze medal. We will have the man of the match presentation in just a moment here. The one lone blue jacket on the right side of your screen there, that's Jamie Cudmore, new academy director and head coach for the Toronto Arrows. He'll be handing it out. And of course, we have our championship final coming up at 5 o'clock local time, UBC against UVic. Jamie, that's going to be a scintillating 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. UBC has showcased their strong forward pack throughout the week. The Vikes with a very dynamic back line. So a couple different storylines that we'll be looking at. Wind was picking up towards the end of this game. It started to calm down a bit, so that won't be playing as much of a factor. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams come out, just feel each other out, try to turn the other team around, play more of a territory game before they start getting into it.
On your screen there, taking pictures is Jeff Chan, who's been tournament director since this tournament began. He's stepping aside, letting Maria Sampson, also in the right of your screen there, she's taking over as of January. So a big thank you to Jeff Chan for all of his hard work over these last 6 years, being an excellent leader in this competition. And we have our man of the match for Guelph. That's Jacob Ince, 2 tries in the victory from the inside center position. Congratulations to that man there. Looks like he's played 3 games in 5 days, Jamie.
He definitely does. All these guys do. You can tell as soon as that game was over, hands on knees, everybody absolutely crushed. It's quite a tall order to has to be played. Even though the games are only 60 minutes, playing 3 games in 5 days, it's quite a lot.
Well, we were singing his praises earlier. That's the number 9, Lucas Shortle, man of the match for Memorial. Congratulations those two. Getting the honors from Jamie Cudmore. Well, that wraps up the broadcast here for the bronze medal match. Congratulations to Guelph, winners 38-12 over the Memorial Seahawks, who pick up their best ever 4th place finish in this Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. I'm Brian Kelly. For Jamie McKenzie and our broadcast team, stay tuned. We'll see you at 5 o'clock local time. That's an hour and 36 minutes. The gold medal game, the UBC Thunderbirds taking on the UVic Vikes. We will be back then. Thank you very much.